Hey, what's up YouTube? Basically, I'm just coming at you with this video. I wanted to pay respect to one of my friends, Najeer Lewter, aka N-Jae. That was his artist name. I was at work. I started my new job today. I had orientation. Everything was going well, and then I get home, and the first thing I do is get on Facebook like a fiend, you know. But I start seeing R.I.P statuses. So basically, I lost my friend Najeer, and like, from what I know of Najeer and knowing him the past couple of years, is that his dedication and his work ethic is truly strong. Like, a lot of people look at me and think that my grind is like super strong and that I'm doing this, and like everybody tells me to keep going and I can make it and stuff like that, but it's points where I get lazy. Like, just like anybody else, I get lazy at times, and like I feel like I could grind harder, but it's just certain times where I just like, nah, I just hold that to the next day. But Najeer was always dedicated to his work. No matter what it took, he always did what he needed to do in order to get to that next step. So what I know of him is that he always put time, money, and whatever it took in order to become a musician, because that's what he truly wanted to do. Looking at him and all the stuff that he did, it's been certain things where I'm just like, dang, like, he really wants this. Like, this is his album right here. This was an album that he gave me last year. And like, this is an actual album. Like, it has a barcode, you know, the disc, the thank you list. And it's just like, the man was really dedicated. Like, he had his own cell phone app, and I'm just like, man, like, this guy really wants this. So like, I look at myself and I think, like, do I truly want it? With N-Jae, man, he was one of the first people that really started messing with me as far as the music tip goes. I mean, in high school, people didn't really mess with me for the music. I used to just make people laugh. I was the goofy guy that was in school. When it comes to music, Najeer was one of the first people to actually mess with me on the music tip. Like, he saw the vision early. He was down with me when I was recording music on a rock band mic. Like, I didn't even have an official microphone. So like, he got me on his mixtape. I had the rock band mic. He was looking out for me. He put me in one of his films. And it's just one of those things, like, somebody that sees the vision early, like, that's one of those things where you guys get a bond. It's just like, I see your grind too, and you see my grind, and we both saw each other's grind at an early time. But now, like, now that I'm actually making moves and people actually see that I'm progressing, you get the people that was like, they used to like laugh at my music and all that other stuff. Now they want to come out the blue and be like, oh, we should do a song together. It's just like, no, like the thing with me is that if I can't benefit from it, I don't want it. So if you're a dude who has a lower status than me, not to seem like I'm Hollywood or anything, but that's just like, if I wanted to do a collab with Jay-Z, I can't just be like, oh, Jay-Z, I want a collab. Like, I'm gonna have to do something for that collab, whether it's pay possibly the millions of dollars to get that collaboration, or it could be one of those things like, I have to work in order to get onto that label and then possibly get a collab with Jay-Z. So it's not going to be one of those things where you just come to me with the lower status and be like, oh, like, when we going to do a song together. It's just like, no. Especially if you was one of the people that didn't see the vision early, or thought that since I was a funny dude that I was being funny when I was doing music. So it's just one of those things, like, he saw the vision early. So I was always down to support him. Like, he bought a ticket to come to one of my shows. I hooked him up with one of the show promoters so he could do a live performance, and man, like, it's just crazy, man. Like, the dedication this kid had and the heart that he had was just amazing. Like, he was nice to everybody, and his life is just gone just like that. So it's just basically one of those things, like, I know I'm rambling on kind of long, but it's just one of those things, like, you just gotta realize that life is short, and you gotta make sure you let everybody know how you feel about him before you leave. Like, I've seen people pass away, and people that didn't even like that person, even they felt bad. It's just like, wow, like, do you truly feel this way, or are you just hopping on the bandwagon just to pay your respect? But like, in this case, it really wasn't like that. Like, a lot of people may watch this video and be like, him and Najeer weren't that close, but nobody really knows the bond is further than a friendship. Like, it was more of like a, like, I support you. It was more like a supporter. Like, I was a fan of N-Jae. I had his mixtapes. I had, like you saw, I had his album. I hooked him up with the promoters. He watches my YouTube videos. Like I said, I was in his film. We were always partners in school. We played basketball together, man. And it's just one of those things, like, you just gotta realize that life is unfair. I mean, you got somebody like James Holmes that shoots up a movie theater and he's in jail and they contemplating whether they're gonna give him the death penalty or not. And then I got this friend over here that just got in a freak accident and then he passes away. So basically, I just want y'all to know is that life is too short, man. And all of y'all out here popping these mollies, popping perks, and talking about life is short and you want to join gangs and all this other stuff, just realize, man, in the long run, you're going to regret all this. In the long run, right now, it may seem like it's the cool thing to do. All these rappers are talking about mollies and all that stuff. But there's a matter of time where you're going to get yourself in trouble or something is going to happen to you. All you females that talk about popping mollies, what if one day you pop a molly, next thing you know, you at some dude's crib getting raped? Some 17-year-old chick was raped recently by 4 students and she killed herself because, like, she couldn't deal with it. Or you could be one of those dudes who pop a molly and next thing you know, you sexually harassing a female and then you get in trouble on rape charges. And N-Jae, he wasn't one of those dudes that rapped about women and money and cars and clothes. Like, he actually had an art behind his music. So, man, and that's why behind his name it stood for not just another entertainer.
Now I'ma reach for the stars, land amongst the clouds. No matter what I do, shawty, I'ma make you proud. And I won't stop till I see my name in lights. You said no matter what I do, just make sure I do it right. And y'all can have the money, y'all can have the fame. If I touch one person, I'll be okay. Cause I just wanna go down in history and hope when I die that somebody remember me.